All right. Let's see here. I need to send a couple of quick things off, so I will be right back.
Hey, this is Eric Harper from Victoria, British Columbia, Canada, and you're about to hear my song Cream and Sugar.
All right. Hey, Andrew, checking in from Maryland, bud. How you doing, homie? It's good to see that you're on. All right, we're gonna set up a couple of quick things right here because I want to be able to see some comments. Want to be able to move forward here, and I went and got the instructions all wet because I done goofed. Cream and sugar. Alright, so a couple of fun things. Right as I'm starting the stream, I go and screw the entire pooch and completely dump soda on the instructions. So that wasn't the funnest thing I've done today. But we'll go ahead and move forward from there. Alright, yeah, so you can see a little bit of drying that's got to happen now, so it's not best condition it's ever been in. But, you know, it was bound to happen. Could be worse. Alright. So let's see here. Where did we leave off last time? Oh, a couple of things. Oh, okay. That's going to be a little bit sweet. That'll be fun. So this was episode 1, was putting this whole thing together. The spinning wheel that will run across the strings to cause the tonal sound. Very cool. Stream number 2 was putting this whole thing together, which I have no clue what it is. I have no idea what it is, no idea what it's used for. We'll learn. Because today is putting the first outside of the body together, which that's going to be a whole lot of fun. Hey, big guy, checking in from Maryland. Awesome. Greetings from Maryland. Hey, Jerry, man. Thank you for checking in. So, stream 1, stream 2, stream 3 is putting together the body. Alright, so how are we going to best put together the body? Well, we're going to have to pull some pieces off. I'm going to move this. This drink was the culprit. It went on everything. It's a shame because it tastes so good. Alright. Yes, so we got to do the body, which means we're going to have to pull some wood out. Let me show you my wood. Alright, so I went and did some staining. You can't tell on these pieces because these aren't the pieces that I stained. just realized what else happened. I'll be right back. I'm gonna have to start soaking up some liquids that are in things. Oh man. Alright, so what did I just do? Looks like I just turned some things off. Hello, hello, hello. Oh. There we go. Okay, what did I just press? Don't throw those towels around, they're expensive. That's fair. I appreciate that. But I went and done goofed and crunked a bunch of liquid into some things. So I'm gonna use it as best I can to take care of some stuff. Because I like my things. And I want them to be safe. Okay, so let's see here. Are you able to? Yeah, you're able to hear me. Good. Let's go ahead and hide that because I don't need to see that one, but I do need to see this, and I do need to see that. Cool. All right. Little more effort here, getting liquid off of my keyboard, and I promise I'll get started on the reveal. I'm glad I caught it too. God. All the things to do before streaming, dunk your shit in liquid. All right, can anyone let me know? Look at him flaunting his stash. It's true. It's true. The beard is huge. It's good to see you, Dan. Jennifer Lasik. Hi, Mike. I hope you're doing well. I am doing well. I'm alive and well, so that's nice. Couple of quick things. Can you guys hear the music? Let me know in the comments. I want to make sure that you guys are at least getting something in the background right now. And I think I got all the major liquid out. I'm going to have to pull all these keys later, I think. Ooh! Why did that change? Ooh, that's interesting. Alright. Cool. I know some things are accidentally hotkeyed right now. That's good to know. Not the end of the world, but I can fix that later. OBS, you surprise me every day. Alright. Let's hold on to the rest of these reverent paper towels until Valhalla. Where was I? Oh, okay. I can hear the music. Good. So hopefully that's not too loud. Hopefully you can hear me better. I wish I could move the one of the cameras to show you, but they're all in their right position, so I don't want to do that right now. I finally set up the Yeti mic, so that way you guys will be able to hear me better. Hopefully the sound is coming out well, and it's a bit more natural, and you are not getting any echoes. All right. What was I going to do? I was going to show you what I worked on yesterday. So it's not going to look like anything, but I ended up pre-staining all of these pieces of wood in order to help level out the surface, have the plywood soak up a little bit of pre-stain to even out any other staining I want to do in the future. So a decent amount of these pieces are going to get stained a lighter color. I think it's called a pickled stain, which that'll be fun. And then, yeah, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to take these are all of the finger keys that are going to be used in order to, when I'm cranking the hurdy-gurdy and I'm playing it with these fingers, I want to have all of these ones colored to match the body which you guys will see here in a second. But for now, I'm gonna still keep playing it close to the vest. Yeah, so it took a while. I had to pre-stain both sides of these in order to make sure that I had this right and that it all looked good before I turned around and started to pickle the inside. So like these inside pieces here are going to get pickled, and then the neck of it is also going to be that. So it's just going to look like a light gray. It's not going to be anything too crazy, but it'll be a lot of fun. So now we're in for the color reveal. Let me go ahead and show you guys what the body is going to look like. Boom. A nice blue stain. I think that's going to look really good once I put the polyacrylic on and it's got a little bit of a semi-gloss to it. I think that's going to look really nice. And yeah, so these are the sides of the body, which I'm going to pull now because this is the part that we need. This is one of the pieces here. So this is number 2, right? Yep. This is board number 2, and now I need board number 7, which I've already gone past. So let's go look for it again. Board number 7? Is that you? Yep, board number 7. Cool. And so now I'll just need 2 and 7 today. Great. That'll make things easier. Hey, Michelle. Good to see you. Lindsay, good to see you. Good. Light background audio for music. That's exactly what I wanted to do, Andrew. So, good. I can always crank it up a little bit, but we just want the light background royalty-free music to be playing. All right, so for those of you who can't see that far away, so there we are. So these are the 2 pieces that I'm going to be pulling wood from and popping out. So I did color them, which is nice. With the exception of that really interesting filigree there on the right. The filigree, I'm actually thinking of gold leafing later. So that'll be fun. All right. So we're going to pop out a couple of these, and we got to be very careful because the filigree ones are the ones I was the most concerned about because they're going to take a little bit of a hit. So let's see what happens here. Going along the grain sides here to make sure that those all pop out as best they can. There we are. Be a little bit gentle. If you coax your wood carefully, you'll be able to make it do exactly what you want. Sometimes takes just a little bit of practice, but... All right, so for those of you who are new to the channel you haven't seen before, I'm gonna try to do that a little bit here so you can see. These little white lines that are on the filigree here, this is all laser cut plywood, and these little nodules right there are all that are holding these pieces of plywood and all the cuts together. So same on the other side. So I have to go through, knock those down just a little bit to make it look a bit cleaner, and that's it. It still blows my mind the level of technical difficulty that it takes to move from a 3D design like this to the production design, laying everything out, and then having it all get laser cut at the different levels. It's really, really, really cool. And I am super impressed by this kit every time I play around with it. All right, so we got that piece out. Hey, it looks like Brad's on. Hey, Brad, it's good to see you. Don't need this piece anymore for now. We'll come back to you later. Boom. Boom. And then we're going to move on to the blue stain, which I still think looks so good. I am a little disappointed. I thought that I had gotten the pre-stain onto everything, and I think I did, but I think regardless of what you do there, it's just going to be a little bit blotchy. I mean, it's not the best. I probably could have pre-sanded again, sanded it down again, but hell, this is a learning experience, right? What are you going to do? Okay, so big reveal is the blue stain. That's why I wasn't working out yesterday. Brad, man, I am alive. I am alive, and that's really about all I can say. I saw your photos. I hope you didn't actually shave, brother, because it was finally starting to come in and look good. I know you're freaking out because you don't like hair on your face, but man, it was starting to look primo. Let's move you. Let's do a couple things. Let's make that bigger. And then let's move back to here. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and stamp out a couple of these pieces here. We're gonna stamp out this one here, and then these two. All right, that's about as good as it's gonna get. Come on now. There we go. Yeah. Knocked it out. Cool. Yeah, that's a shame that the stain soaked in a different way on this one, but whatever. Not the end of the world. Okay. Hey, it's Miss King. Hey, Miss King. How are you? Alright. Let's go ahead and knock out this top piece here. So for those of you who are new to the channel, new to the stream, I am building a hurdy-gurdy. And a hurdy-gurdy is an instrument that I can best describe as a cross between a bagpipe, a violin, and a guitar. And depending on who you find on YouTube who's playing, you would understand just how true that is. It is so cool to see some people play this instrument. And while I do not suspect that this kit is gonna sound terribly great or gonna be terribly impressive, I think that it'll be fun to build and fun to work on. And in the end, that's all that matters, isn't it? Being able to have fun and enjoy yourself when you're going stir crazy at home, which is exactly what I'm doing. And that's why I'm currently talking to nobody, though I guess I am talking to people, but I'm not able to hear anyone. So it's kind of like talking to the dog, which I'm definitely not doing. And it's definitely not something that's occurring in my life. All right, back to it. That's true. That's true. Heather, I am talking to us. And by us, I mean you. And by you, I mean real human people, and definitely not no one on the internet. All right, so I'm just knocking this down a little bit with some 220 just to kind of smooth out the laser attachments and make it look all nice and clean, which that is fun. That looks good. Right, so I think we're up to a handful of things too on the innuendo scale. So I also decided, because I am working with a wood project and because there's only so many ways that you can say certain things, that there's going to be some euphemisms that will occur. Thus far we got hammer the wood. That way they go in nice and tight. And you're super affordable. And I do remember that there were a handful of others that some people had written up, and I'm going to have to go back and write those down for the next stream. Also, please let me know how the microphone's doing. I went and swapped out, actually got a Yeti mic, and I'm moving forward. and we'll see how we do this. Now, if you guys have any ideas on what to do with this blackboard of innuendos that I continuously write up, let me know. Right now I have a pretty good one. I have a swear jar, and I have an innuendo jar. And the idea here is I will be saving money because, well, I'm saying stupid things, and I don't realize it as I'm just talking and talking and talking. But yeah, definitely give me your opinions. Let me know what you guys think, and I will take your comments to heart and hopefully implement one of them. Gosh, I'm still super impressed. Or face. What was this? You talking to us? Tattoo them on your back or face. No, Heather. No, Heather. I know you like you like some certain things, and maybe this is where you want to go in life, but we may need to have a talk because Mike is not going to be tattooing these on my face or back. You know what though? You know what? Your super affordable might look really good on the small of my back. Your super affordable, just like a half moon shape. And then I'll get like a seagull just under it. I don't know why a seagull, but let's roll with it, right? Okay. It would look tasteful and elegant. You're right. It would look tasteful and elegant. When I wear those low back dresses for people to see the tattoo, I will have an extreme amount of pride. So you're right. I don't even know why I'm fighting this. While it's cool to tune in and see you, you know I'm here for the innuendos. That's true. You should only be here for the innuendos. Mostly because my ignorance makes it all the more fun, I think. Because I don't realize I'm doing it, and yet people are noticing it on this stream way more than in real life. I don't know, maybe I just don't talk about innuendo-based things as much as I used to. Alright. Knock back all of this staining a little bit here, smooth all that out. God, that looks good. There is nothing like freshly sanded wood. It just... God, it feels so nice. Okay, I can hear it now. I can hear where that just came out as a terrible, terrible innuendo. One of these days, I'll be better. Today's not that day. Today's just not that day. Tomorrow doesn't look awesome either, but that's fine. I'm sure I'm supposed to also have pre-acrylic these before I put them together, but I think what I'm going to do is just put it all together, and then I will put the polyacrylic on it after and let that dry, and then give it a rough sanding later. That's what I'm going to do. Don't want to play around too much. Oh, that's good, because I'll be able to put those pieces on later. Sorry, you guys aren't seeing what I'm seeing. I was worried about the filigree and placing it onto these pieces. Let's see here, this goes, yeah, like that. And then I'll be placing this on here somewhere. And then when I do that, I was very concerned that I wouldn't be able to polyacrylic these backs, but it turns out these pieces get put on after. So I will be able to stamp those on later and not have to worry about that. Ah, darn it, still got one more thing to sand down. Darn you for disappearing on me. There we go. Oh, crap, I went to the wrong screen. You guys are just staring at me while I'm looking at my wood. All right, this is free and open time. You guys got any questions about what I'm doing? Any questions about what's going on? How I'm handling the isolation and the grim darkness that is our current future? So I always thought 40K would just exist in our history. And by history, I mean created by someone, and it was completely fake. And not that it would exist in real life and that horrible things would occur. Great sound and video. What kind of gear are you using? All right, good call. Right now, I am using, at least the front-facing camera. To me, I am using the webcam on the laptop, which is a Republic of Gaming laptop. I'm using OBS Studio software in order to run everything on. And because I'm able to use OBS, I'm able to do transitions between two different cameras. And this second camera that you see right here is a webcam. It's a Logitech, I think, 760, right? It ain't the best. It's got a small field of view, but it does the trick, and it's an aerial camera, and that's good enough for now because I don't have the money to spend on more. And then for my audio coming in, I actually have a Yeti black microphone with a Dragon Pad popper in front of it to keep all of those P's and those T's from spitting on and causing popping noises on the mic. Yeah, so that's what I'm using for my setup. Pretty straightforward. It's taken me a little while to kind of get this going. Oh, and in order to get the aerial mic up, I do have a side stand elevated over and a flex-necked connector that's allowing me to give a bit more work, bit more control and exact placement of the aerial camera. And that's everything. Oh, and then the boogie board. I picked up this boogie board. Oh, get over here, you little monkey. This boogie board, it's actually really cool because you can just press this button. I did lock it, so it's not going to happen. But you can press this button and then it'll just fully erase like a blackboard while still giving me really good control. Yeah, so let me hit this. Nope, we're going to do that. Alright. A little bit of erasing going here. Alright. Somehow that works, and I don't really understand how it works, but yeah, okay. So that'll all get figured out another day. But yeah, so that's everything I use right now for working on this, and it's kind of fun. All right, where was I? That's right, I was gonna start putting some of these pieces together after I make sure that I've sanded all the wood. One of the things I love about sanding and woodwork and carpentry and the craftsmanship arts is just how hands-on you have to be in order to truly appreciate it. I mean, your eyes just can't see what your fingers can feel. And knowing the proper RPM on a system, because you can actually hear that RPM going, and over time you just know that that sound is exactly the right sound to move forward and be able to do that job. Like that's just awesome. I just love how it involves all the senses and all the concentration and super dangerous tools. Super dangerous tools are always fun. Yeah, so to sum up your question real quickly, Brad, webcam, Logitech 720 something or other. It's a 720p at 30 frames per second. I'm using the built-in webcam on the laptop, which is a really shitty camera, but it's doing the job. And I'm using a Yeti mic with a pop cover, or pop filter, in order to keep the P's and the T's from sounding too terrible. And I'm using, oh, you don't need to know that part, that doesn't matter. But yeah, and then I'm using an extended stand in order to make sure the aerial mic is properly positioned. So yeah, looking pretty good. This is, by the way, if I was going to be streaming with people online for D&D or anything like that, I've either used my xCloud headset, which has a phenomenal mic on it. So if you ever want to do like streaming of video games or anything like that, it's got great audio, just truly great audio, and a great microphone on it. But you can unhook the microphone, you can plug in something like the Yeti mic, and you'll get obviously even better sound from you speaking, but the audio will be phenomenal in the xCloud headsets as well. All right, I think I got... Oh, darn it! This is what happens when you talk. You get distracted. Alright, I think that'll be... Alright. And let's get to assembly. Let's take a look at what each of these pieces, which one goes where. That looks like this is this side here, which means that'll be that side there. And this part that says inside is going to be inside of this connection. So let's pay attention to what connects where. So inside, those two pieces down, that knob up. So that's going to go in here. Gotta be very careful with this because this is going to lock it into place. Aha! That worked out well. Good. So you guys can't see it, so I'm going to try to see if I can go in on this a little bit so you can tell. There's just the smallest of teeth there in that connection going across my middle finger there. So, haha, flicking off the world. Just the smallest of teeth to hold in the wood there. And the same here. You'll see the smallest teeth, but you'll see that they are askew from each other. And that's what's allowing this motion here to occur. That wobble there. And they're using that to their advantage. That way you'll be able to have a wider body to the back of it and a smaller body to the neck of it, which is really cool. Again, just that thought process really, really impresses me, that they're able to do this, cut it all out on pieces of plywood in order to allow this whole system to move together like that. Alright. Snap together. Come on, Woody, Woody, Woody. Get into your hole. Why are you being a butt? There we go. Haha. Alright. So now these two pieces will look like that. Nice. Damn it. Okay, get into your hole. Okay, so now we have get into your hole has been added in. Alright, how is this going to get put on? Woody, get into your hole. I swear, I'm not doing good today when it comes to non-innuendo. Oh, damnation. So in order for this piece to be properly fitted in here, I need to put those pieces on. Oh, that's fine, actually. That'll be perfectly alright. I'll just polyacrylic the whole body, and then when I put the gold leaf on this, I will just make sure I'm very careful in putting the glue on, so that way when I brush on the gold leaf, it'll look good. And I'm gonna get fake gold leaf, by the way. Like, I don't have money in my life. I don't make the big bucks like certain people I know. I'm not gonna call out any names specifically. Okay. Line up your holes. And then this orientation has to go to the front. That. Okay. Oh. Interesting. Yeah. So that's what these ones here are for. So I'm using 26 and a 27. These two right there. Okay. Those also 26, 27? Yeah, those are also 26, 27. Alright, so let's put you right here. Let's knock out a 26 and a 27. Okay, 26 and 27. Which means there's another 26 and 27 that'll go on the other side, right? Yes, there is. Okay. Let's go ahead and knock those two out right now as well. I'll sand all those down. Yeah. And apparently I gotta wax up these pieces of wood here to make it easier for them to go in, so let's wax up the wood. There we go. Waxy, waxy, waxy. Let's knock these two pieces in right now so we can get this partially settled in. Alright. Larger piece number 26 goes in with the fingering upwards. What? Get into your hole. God, you are not that big. Oh, what's you drinking tonight? I'm drinking sober, unfortunately. Mountain Dew Zero Sugar Baja Blast. I have no idea if I can still get that too, but it is phenomenal, and I'm really enjoying it. Though I'm probably going to move before the end of the stream back to some whiskey. No, you know what? You know what? I'm going to go gin. I'm going to go gin tonight. Will this be a functional motto? Yes, it will be a functional motto. Andrew, are you punching out the tabs and signing them off somehow? So I'm punching out the tabs because it's all laser cut. Yes, lube is love. That's wonderful. And that is what she said. Let me lock in this bottom piece here too while I'm at it, and then I can play around with the rest of this. Aha! Yep, this will be functional. Where did you get the model from? I got it from an Etsy store that resells U-Gear products. This model's from a company called U-Gears, which I can only assume is not from the United States. But the company that I did get it from is actually down in Broward. So it's a lot closer to you guys than it is to me. Okay, we got that in. Now let's get the second ones in, which means time to sand the wood. There we go. Be sure to blow on your woods, folks. Learn that. Oh, good to know. Thank you, Andrew, for that. Andrew is engaged to a doctor, folks. Which, and I know haven't been able to tell you in person because I haven't called because I'm a horrible human being, but congratulations! Oh my God! I'm so happy for the both of you. Let's put in the next piece of wood. Take the longer one. Oh, shit. I didn't wax my wood. Much like pharyngeal tubes, it is super important that you keep lubricated. Those two go up and down, and these two go in like that. Ha! Satisfying pop. There we go. And locked in. I'm still super surprised that this is going to be functional. That is still going to blow my mind once I'm able to play this. One thing I do know I'm going to do is I'm not going to use the strings that it came with. I'm going to go pick up some violin strings. And then I am going to cotton string wrap the pieces that rotate onto this to cause the tonal sound, because that is going to help with the clarity of the sound from what little research I have done so far. And I will continue to do more research and give you guys random stupid facts about hurdy-gurdies as I can. Well, I can always make up facts about the hurdy-gurdy too. I doubt any of you would know. Come on now. There we are. A wood hammer that came with the product, by the way. in order to allow you to hammer the wood together, because it's not going to damage the material because it is the same material. It's putting this together on episode 0 was really, really, really cool. And I'm just still super impressed that they thought to provide this with the kit. All right, so now you can see this gear is in place. Maybe I can show you guys. I don't know. We'll see here. Let's see if that'll help with the. Come on now. Come on. No, it's not going to work because perspective is a pain in the butt. But you'll see right here, that little dark patch there is this piece here that I knocked through. Same over here. So that's what's holding that into place right now. This, again, super impressed by this model. And I just discovered that that piece isn't all the way in. There we are. Locked in. Cool, so now let's go to the other side. Going to the other side means a couple of different things. Let's pop out some more of these. Then we're going to go with 1 and 2. And then another one here. Boom. Out you go, out you go. Perfect. Let's move on to get this next piece of filigree out. Alright. Popping tool, by the way. I don't know if I showed that to you guys as well. Also come out with this to allow you to not worry about putting too much pressure on pieces, and then you can put the exact right amount of pressure at the points and the tabs where this thing comes out of the wood in order to keep it from splitting like I did with a gear in my episode 1. I think that was all. That was everything, right? Yeah. Gotcha. A little bit of residual. Toss a coin to your good ear. Oh, that doesn't work. Oh, Gerdier. Gerdier? Gerdii? I don't know. I haven't thought about that before. But gosh, you're 100% right. There's got to be a way to say that. To your witcher, your girder. Your girder! There you go. Toss a coin to your girder, oh valley of plenty. Valley of plenty, whoa. Oh, that'll be fun. This song in the background is super upbeat for me. I'm enjoying it. See here. Okay, I got that knob in.
Hi, this is Amber Ojeda from Los Angeles, and you're about to hear my song, Love Who You Love.
also finally figured out how to get the chat working, so I can actually turn off my phone. I don't need to keep this going. Boom. So now I can get more true numbers because I think I was an extra person watching my video. I finally got the chat working in OBS as well, so now I can see your chats on there, and I'll be able to actually reply to them at some point, too, which that'll be cool. When I get a better setup versus my kitchen table in my living room, I will have a better breakdown of how to do things. That way I can type back to people and do all that. And for those of you who don't know, I'm also streaming this to YouTube as well. My name in YouTube is The Viking Way. That makes complete sense, I think. So yeah, follow me on YouTube as well, The Viking Way, all one word, a capital T, capital W, and a capital V. And yeah, you'll be able to start seeing those streams there as well. They'll be recorded for you guys. And that also means if you guys don't do Facebook consistently, you can always go on to YouTube as well. I think that'll be awesome. One of these days I'm going to use the super fancy fader capability on OBS, but for now I'm not. I'm going to just keep hand jamming it. Well, there is this thing someone told me about. It's called a Stream Deck. And that might be something I'll invest in as well, which is just a OLED screens in little push buttons, so you can modify the entire deck to be what you want. So I'd be able to put like camera 1, camera 2, welcome screen, mute, microphone, and I'd be able to see all of those. That way I could just right off screen, click them, and that thing is supposed to be just wonderful for getting your stuff together, and it would allow you to set up macros for some of your games, which that's always fun. Andrew Smith, found you. FWW, the first result was Amon Amart, Way of the Viking. Oh, nice. Not me, but I'm definitely going to look up Amon Amart to see who that is. Done these pieces. I'll tell you, there is nothing better than being able to just use your finger to find any imperfections on the wood. So one fun thing I'm noticing here is that some of the pre-stain clogged the base etching on these, which is not the end of the world, but it's just something I'm noting. I'll just go back with an X-Acto later, and I'll do a little bit of cutting in it in order to darken those areas. And if I do it right, maybe I'll just come in with a pen, a liquid pen, and then I'll be able to just completely blacken those in. That'll be nice. Alright. Trusty 220 and 320. So now this will go, let's see here. If this one went with the small ones inside, then this one goes with the small ones on the inside. Ah. There you go. Get in there. Get in your hole. There we are. That just manhandled that one in, but it got in enough. Ooh, got in enough. That's not a good one. gonna take this top one, we're gonna knock this one in too while we're at it. This one goes down, whereas that one went up, right? Yep, this one goes down. I might have to zhuzh this a little more than I wanted to. Let's see here. There we go. There we go. Haha! Boom. Locked in. Good. God, that was a pain in the tuchus. Yes, people. Sometimes I say tuchus. I have a Stream Deck. I haven't figured out how to use it yet. I'll look you up on YouTube. Oh, thank you, Lindsay. Okay, you do have a Stream Deck. Do you have the 6, 15, or 32? Because it, from what little things I saw on YouTube, it is super easy to use. It seems like a lot of fun and real simple to pull to utilize. But yeah, no, I definitely want to get one of those. Oh, I've already done that. Oh, that's why I forgot to wax my wood. Wax your wood, people. It's important. Okay, you got the six one. Yeah. So I can only assume you're using it for like your roll 20 or anything like that. But yeah, it's supposed to be real easy to utilize. Let me find a couple of YouTube videos for you. And I bet in 15 minutes you'll have that thing rocking through. I'll go through my history and I'll send you some things. I'll message you on some platform and yeah, you'll have it all. Alright, let's move on to locking in the back here. Come on now. Okay, that one's gonna be a butt. You know what I'm gonna do? There we go. Lindsay, John, thank you for these. They're awesome. They were not meant to be used as tap pieces. I actually use them as coasters, but they are still great tap pieces. Oh, I love them. I just can't get over that they can also be used for these. All right, and then this one goes down below. Damn it. Wax your wood, people. Gosh, this is a super catchy song. This is gonna be a problem at some point, I'm sure. I'm gonna start recognizing these songs and just tap into them. Well, you guys can't see it right now. I wish you could, but Max is laying on his little Betty, just kind of staring up at me with the fuck are you doing? The fudge are you doing? I've already screwed up. I meant to say the fudge are you doing? I want this to be little human friendly. Ah! Cool. Wow. Okay. Look at that! We're actually making something. It isn't until now that I'm starting to see the body come together and seeing all the pieces really work that I'm noticing this occurring. Alright, give me a quick second here. I'm gonna hold to what I said I was gonna do. I'll be right back. Where did the... There you are. Alright. And so as promised, I said I would make a drink, and I'm going to do that as well. Alright, and Lindsay, just for you, I'm also going to go that extra ounce, because I know how much you want that. I got my super nerdy Blade Runner glass. I have my liquid of choice, which is Karoon Gin. It is phenomenal. If you're a gin drinker at all, this stuff is liquid gold. It really is. I like Hendrix. I like some of the other ones that have other flavors to it, but this just doesn't have a significant flavor to it, and it's phenomenal. Oh, did you hear that? Let's do that one more time. A little ASMR for you. Oh, that's the good stuff. Mike's going to wax his wood. Of course I'm going to wax my wood. How many times a week do you wax your... You know, it's going to sound a little impressive, and I'm just going to let you know my stamina has been marked over many, 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 many years. But I would say I wax my wood about, I don't know, anywhere from 9 to 20 times a stream. Yeah. Just to make sure that everything fits in together and goes smooth. And sometimes you got to work really hard at it, and you got to make sure you hit every nook and cranny. But it's important in the long run to make sure that you have the stamina to cover all of the wood. Yeah. All right.
Hi, this is
Normally 1 ounce. We're going to go 2 ounces for the child contained in some of us. 2 ounces into the drink. And because I want to put something bubbly in it, I'm going to try this. I don't know how well this is going to go, but a little bit of carbonated water, in this case some bubbly pineapple. We're going to see how well that goes. Before we do that, oh, it smells so good. Kind of wish I had a little bit of tonic water, but I don't, and that's fine. You know the drill. I have a family saying. So we're going to go ahead and start that now. If you got a drink in front of you, waxing wood is also important for long-distance relationships. It is important for long-distance relationships. I do believe that Morgan has a green thumb, and she's really good at taking care of her wooden implements, in this case being all of her plants, which I still have alive, by the way. Like, she gave me 2. We're not going to show you the other one. We're not going to show you the other one. But this is one of them. Oh, look at that one. It's still alive. I don't know what's happening with the other one. I've done my best. It keeps coming back, but it also keeps dying a little bit. But, yeah, it's there. Oh no. another branch fell off. Like, it's still living, so I need to pull these, clean them up, I think water them a bit more. But they will survive. They seem to be really good at doing that. All right. To friends, to family, to the health of each other, raise them and sink them, and let's have another. Skull. Oh, that works perfect. That works perfectly, guys. Oh, is that good? All right, let's get back to this. We are on, I'm going to scoot this over so you guys can see, the final 2 steps for the night. Taking this and putting it in here. It looks like it's going to be small end in, big end out. Got to keep that thickness in the back. Aha! There we go. A little bit of zhuzhing. There you go. It's getting there. Oh, flattened in. How flat does that go? Oh, no, that's got to go all the way in, huh? Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. I see you, engineer. I see you, production people. Ha ha! Look at that! And that actually works really, really smooth. See? See? If you wax your wood, good things occur. Thank you, Robin. Sláinte to you as well. Look at that. Look at that. So I am guaranteeing you that this hole here is where the rotational handle is going to go. That will cause this whole thing to spin around. And that just looks super pretty, doesn't it? I have no idea why that's in there, but it looks really cool when it spins. It works! Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Look at that. And actually, I like the color differences. Look at that. I like the way the colors play off of each other. So I'm still gonna give this another look. I might try staining this or just pickling it a little bit just to make that look a little different, but pretty good. Mike found the right hole for the rotational arm to make it go. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Finding the right hole is really important, because heaven forbid you put something in the wrong hole and you are in trouble. Well, you know, happy surprises happen to everybody. So who knows? Look at this. This is so cool. All right. Well, that was the last piece. Let's go ahead and double check and make sure. It looks like it's all hammered in. Gears were supposed to align as per that instruction. And we're good. Let's confirm what is going on in the next one. Oh yeah, there's there's a lot more going on in the next stream here. Which, by the way, the next stream is going to be on Thursday because I am going to be watching someone else's stream tomorrow, at least for a decent amount of time. So because I know I'm going to be doing that for a decent amount of time, that'll be good for me to do. And I will pickle, stain the other pieces of wood that I want to lighten up a little bit, and then I will put some polyacrylic on this in hopes of getting this all sealed correctly. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. But it spins! That is so cool. Oh, I am super proud of that. So what have I learned today? One, I'm saying way too many innuendos, and sometimes I can catch myself. Another one is toss a coin to your girder. So we got that going on. Toss a coin to your girder, oh valley of plenty. Oh no! I got a couple of stragglers here on the gear. Let's go ahead and knock those out. There we go. Nope, nope, get out. Get out, you. Nope, that didn't do jack. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure that out later. That's not for today, though. That's not today issue! This is so cool. Alright. So we've been doing this for what? Hour 16 minutes? That's been a bit of time. This is my drink. Before I forget, support Cloak and Blaster. I'm sure you guys see that on the screen. And when I say support Cloak and Blaster, I mean support your local businesses as best you can. Anything you can do will help. Obviously, if you can't do anything, if you're one of the 22 million who have lost their job, I understand. I really do. And I can empathize with being released from a job before. And it just sucks all over right now. And I'm so sorry that this is happening to you. And for those of you who can't afford helping small businesses, why aren't you? But how do you support Cloak and Blaster? Real simple. You can call them if you don't live close. You can call them and buy a gift card. I've been doing it in denominations of $100 in order to kind of knock them through for 2 weeks at a time, because that's what the max I can afford every 2 weeks after looking at my budget, because I'm not traveling. And that just helps them. It puts more money in their people, and that's what matters to me, is keeping my favorite bar in town alive, because I wanted to survive this. I want to be able to go back. It is my safe haven here in Orlando, and I can't think of a better place to enjoy yourself in Orlando than the Cloak and Blaster. They really are some of the nicest people. I would miss that friend group, that family group, too much. I really would. All right, that's enough of me almost crying. Let's go ahead and raise our glasses if we can. For those of you who can raise glasses, and those of you who put the alcohol or non-alcohol involved in it, please do. Family saying time. We're going to first start with, I love you guys. I love my friends. I love my family. I'd do anything for you. All you have to do is ask. If you're feeling lonely right now, if you're feeling tired, you're feeling exhausted, I mean, that's what isolation does. You're not in this alone. There are other people here for you. I am just a phone call, a text, a Facebook message, an African or European swallow coconut drop away. Just reach out to me. I want you guys to be as safe as I'm trying to be, and I want you guys to be as mentally healthy as I'm trying to be, which may be why I'm doing this. And yeah, just reach out. Know that there are people here for you, and we like you, we love you, and we want you around. So again, to friends, to family, to the health of each other, raise them and sink them, and let's have another. All right, everybody, have a great night.